Greetings everyone, and welcome to my Sonic Mega Drive review. This is a special issue released in celebration of Sonic the Hedgehog's 25th anniversary. Now, what is Mega Drive, you may ask? In-universe? We'll find out in a moment. In real life, Mega Drive, the name at least, is based on the Sega Mega Drive, the international name for the Sega Genesis. What you need to know going into this is that the events of Sonic 1, Sonic 2, Sonic 3 and Knuckles, and Sonic CD have happened, and our characters are in their classic appearances. Without further ado, let's get started. We begin with Sonic in Green Seaside Zone trying to save Tails from a giant crab robot. Super crab meat? I don't know what that thing's called. Sonic spin dashes into it. What's this? Sonic lost rings? What madness is this? Tails advises Sonic on how to beat this thing. Namely, let it strike first, then dodge and take out its weak eyes. And Sonic does so. Sonic asks why Tails would challenge a Super Badnik. We then get into the overall plot. Tails is on the Eastwatch Islands to investigate Eggman's search for ancient gears, which the Mad Doctor plans to use for some super weapon. And knowing that Eggman's putting animals into Badniks again, Sonic's all for stopping him and asks Tails to come along. We soon see Eggman holding one of the ancient gears and plans to find the other so he can power his greatest destructive engine yet, the Mega Drive. As soon as Sonic and Tails arrive, he starts unloading on them. A combination of Tails' flight and Sonic's spin dash sends Eggman packing. In addition to releasing the animals from the nearby capsule, the two snag the ancient gear. Our next destination is Flower Park Zone. And are those literal buzz bombers in the background? Oh yeah, watch out for deadly robot plants. They hear a scream nearby, and it's Amy Rose under attack from a robot gardener. Well then, here are 2 weeds that'll ruin your day. The reason Amy's here? She wants to tag along with Sonic. Tails actually thinks it's a good idea because the more the merrier, right?
You know what they say, the more the merrier.
Sonic doesn't want her getting in the way. Speaking of something in the way, for crying out loud, Sonic, stop bleeding rings! Amy says she can help grab rings Sonic drops, plus remove obstacles thanks to her new Pico Pico hammer. Sonic eventually lets her come along, with the reasoning that this'll keep her from getting kidnapped again. Eggman arrives in his next mech, the, Egg Snake? Egg Serpent? Egg Viper? Whatever this thing's called, it's no match for the newly formed trio, with Amy getting the final blow. Once again, Eggman retreats, animals are freed from the capsule, and another ancient gear is collected. Next up is Cascade Temple Zone. At one point, Sonic asks Tails to carry him to the far side of the ruins. Tails says they can't make it that far because, to put it bluntly, Sonic's too fat. Amy finds another method, bubbles. It works for a while, even though Sonic says it's too slow, until they pop in a room with a spike wall and a statue. The statue starts spitting water, pushing them towards the spikes. Sonic goes for the loose stones on the ceiling while Amy tries to destroy as many spikes as possible. The stones on the ceiling wreck the water-spraying statue, revealing the echidna behind it. How's it going, Knucklehead? He's here because he wants the Chaos Emeralds from Sonic. Turns out Dr. Eggman and... What the heck? This is Knuckles' flashback? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But look at the... I'm sorry, folks. Wow. At least it would explain this.
I'm Knuckles the Echidna, and I'm guardian of the Master Emerald.
According to Knuckles, Eggman claims to have changed his ways, and that Sonic, or to be specific, Super Sonic, is on the rampage, and only Knuckles can stop him. Eggman will keep the Master Emerald safe in the meantime. Yeah, bottom line, Eggman tricked Knuckles to go after Sonic so that he can nab the Master Emerald for himself. And as Tails theorized, he'll probably use it for his new Mega Drive machine. Well, here we are, folks. The best facial reaction since this. Knuckles storms after Eggman. However, Sonic tells him flying off the handle won't get the emerald back. Knuckles does have a legitimate concern. What if Eggman would say, break it? It'll be impossible to find all the pieces. What? You think Knuckles would have some kind of internal chaos radar or something? Next you're gonna say, Amy has some mystic ability to track emeralds all over the world. Eggman soon arrives in his egg spike ball and tries to crush our falling heroes. This time, Eggman didn't think things through and his machine ends up damaged. With 4 heroes this time, you can see where this is going. Afterwards, they get another gear and Knuckles joins them to get the Master Emerald back, as well as do some treasure hunting. With another addition to the party, the group heads off to the end of the issue. Darn it. I'm going to be upfront. This issue is awesome. Normally I don't say this in my reviews, but people, go out and get this issue. Read it. I'm serious. It harkens back to the days of the classic Genesis games. In fact, if not for the release of this, the story could be a Sonic 4. We have level names, large robots and obstacles that could act as mini bosses, a final Eggman fight in each area, and releasing animals from the capsules. Not to mention there are gimmicks that can make each level stand out. Now if this were to be like a game, rescuing Sonic's friends could be the equivalent of unlocking them for their own playthroughs. It's been known to happen in other Sonic games. Plus the main setting is East Watch Island, continuing the tradition started by South Island and West Side Island. The collectible MacGuffins this time are the Ancient Gears. Naturally, there are 7 of them because tradition. The Mega Drive. Eggman mentions that it's his greatest engine of destruction. Sadly, we don't get to see it in this issue. Still, it must be dangerous if Eggman plans to use Ancient Gears and possibly the Master Emerald to help power this thing. Another strength to the story is the character interactions. You can tell Ian Flynn was having fun writing dialogue between Sonic and Tails, Amy Rose, and Knuckles and Eggman. This is helped by the art. Tyson Hesse, or Hesse, and I apologize if I mispronounce your name, more than likely took inspiration from the animated Sonic CD opening and closing when drawing these characters. For the Knuckles flashback segment, I'm guessing it's inspired by the Knuckles brief short I referenced earlier. All in all, this feels like a ready-made blueprint if a new classic Sonic game needs to get developed, even if it's incomplete. Hint, hint, Sega. One final thing to point out art-wise is the cover. I mentioned in my Sonic Genesis review that the covers are homages to the North American versions of the first 3 Sonic Genesis games. In this case, it's a stylistic homage to the Japanese covers with the weird shapes, the title style, the key players featured, and of course, having Mega Drive present. Again, this really feels like it should be made into a game. Get on it, people! I'm giving this special a well-deserved score of 9.5. The only reason it's not a perfect 10, it ended without finishing the story. However, there is a continuation coming, Sonic Mega Drive The Next Level, which will be double the length of this issue, though it won't be out until November at the time of this video's release. So until then everyone, have a good day, be safe, and enjoy the rest of my channel. To paraphrase a certain YouTuber at this moment, Knuckles, you are a naive, foolish, stupid idiot!
Shut up!